The year is 1960. A young, charismatic 18-year-old boxer from Louisville, Kentucky, stands atop the Olympic podium in Rome. The gold medal hangs heavy around his neck as the American flag rises. Cassius Clay, the man who would later become Muhammad Ali, has just defeated experienced Polish boxer Zbigniew Pietrzykowski to claim Olympic glory in the light heavyweight division. "I didn't take that medal off for 48 hours, Ali would later recall. "I even wore it to bed. I slept on my back so the medal wouldn't cut me, but I didn't care. I was Olympic champion." Before we continue, I need to ask you something. This channel only exists because of you. You are important to me, and I know you value stories told with soul. If you feel something genuine just from this beginning, subscribe now. Seriously. It costs nothing for you, but means everything to me as I create each story with love. No one could have predicted that less than a year later, this prized possession, this symbol of international achievement, would end up at the bottom of the Ohio River. The same medal that rarely left his neck during those Olympic Games would be cast away in an act of profound disillusionment. But why? What could drive a young man to discard something he had worked his entire life to achieve? The answer reveals more than just a moment of anger. It exposes the painful reality of America in the 1960s and illuminates the moral conviction that would define Muhammad Ali's legendary life beyond the boxing ring. When Cassius Clay returned home to Louisville, Kentucky, after his Olympic triumph, he believed everything would change. In Rome, he had been a celebrity, celebrated, respected, and treated as an equal. The medal around his neck wasn't just gold. It was supposed to be a key that unlocked doors previously closed to. A young black man from the segregated South. "I thought things would be different," Ali later wrote in his autobiography. "I thought America would change. I thought race relations would get better." The city of Louisville initially embraced their champion with a parade. Local newspapers celebrated the hometown hero. For a brief moment, it seemed the Olympic medal had indeed changed everything, but the golden glow quickly faded as Clay stepped back into the harsh reality of a deeply segregated America. The medal that commanded respect in Rome held no such power in Louisville. There, he was still just another black man in a country that refused to see beyond the color of his skin. If this story has made you feel something already, no matter how small, don't leave without giving something back. Comment and subscribe now. Each story here is crafted with care to touch people like you. Because what comes next will turn everything upside down, and you'll want to be here when this story reveals its most powerful truths. The story that has become boxing legend goes like this. In the autumn of 1961, approximately 1 year after his Olympic victory, Cassius Clay and a friend entered a restaurant in downtown Louisville. Despite being an Olympic gold medalist who had represented his country on the world stage, Clay was refused service because of his race. "We don't serve Negroes," the waitress reportedly told him. The rejection stung with particular cruelty. In Rome, Clay had been celebrated as an American hero. In his hometown, he couldn't even sit at a restaurant counter. What happened next would later be recounted by Ali himself in various interviews, and in his 1975 autobiography, The Greatest. After leaving the restaurant, the humiliation and anger swelled inside him. He and his friend walked to the 2nd Street Bridge that spans the Ohio River. Standing there, looking at the water below, Clay took the gold medal from his pocket. The medal that once symbolized achievement now represented broken promises, the false hope that athletic excellence could overcome racial barriers in America. In one decisive moment, he hurled it into the muddy waters of the Ohio River. "I don't need this," Witnesses recall him saying, "This won't buy me a hamburger." In that moment, the Olympic champion made a statement more powerful than any victory in the ring. He rejected the hypocrisy of a country that would celebrate him as an athlete while denying him basic dignity as a human being. For decades, the story of Ali's discarded medal became part of his mythology, a powerful narrative of principle over prestige. However, like many aspects of Ali's larger-than-life story, controversy surrounds what actually happened that day at the Ohio River. Some of Ali's closest confidants have questioned the account. His friend and longtime photographer Howard Bingham suggested the medal might have simply been lost. Ali's trainer Bundini Brown once told a sports journalist, "Honky's sure bought into that one," implying the story might have been embellished or created entirely. Thomas Hauser, Ali's most comprehensive biographer, determined through extensive research that while Ali was indeed refused service at the restaurant, the medal may have been lost through more mundane circumstances rather than dramatically thrown into the river. But the literal truth matters less than what the story represents. Whether the medal lies at the bottom of the Ohio River or was simply misplaced, the narrative speaks to a profound reality. For the young Cassius Clay, Olympic gold was not enough to overcome America's systemic racism. This defining moment would presage the radical transformation to come. Within 3 years, Clay would defeat Sonny Liston to become heavyweight champion of the world. He would join the Nation of Islam and change his name to Muhammad Ali. He would refuse military induction during the Vietnam War, declaring, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong." Each act of defiance can be traced back to that moment of disillusionment, when a young Olympic champion realized that athletic glory didn't translate to human equality. Fast forward to 1996. Atlanta, Georgia hosts the Centennial Olympic Games. A secret has been kept from the world. Who will light the Olympic cauldron during the opening ceremony? As the torch makes its final journey into the stadium, swimming champion Janet Evans carries it up the final steps. Then, from the shadows, steps a figure instantly recognized by the 80,000 spectators. Muhammad Ali, now 54, years old and visibly suffering from Parkinson's disease, takes the torch with trembling hands. The crowd erupts in thunderous applause. Chants of "Ali, Ali, Ali" echo throughout the stadium as the greatest boxer of all time, the same man who had thrown away his Olympic medal in disgust, now stands as the embodiment of Olympic spirit. Later during those same games, in an equally powerful moment, International Olympic Committee President Juan Antonio Samaranch presented Ali with a replacement gold medal in a special ceremony during halftime of the USA-Yugoslavia basketball game. 36 years after Rome, the circle was complete. Ali never publicly confirmed whether he truly threw his original medal into the Ohio River. But in accepting the replacement, he tacitly acknowledged both his Olympic legacy and how far America had come, though the journey toward true equality remained unfinished. The replacement medal now rests in the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville, the same city where a young Olympic champion once faced the crushing weight of segregation. It stands as a symbol not of athletic achievement, but of a lifelong fight for justice that transcended sports. Muhammad Ali's story reminds us that true greatness isn't measured in gold medals or championship belts. It's measured in the courage to stand for what's right, even when it means sacrificing everything you've worked for. It's found in the willingness to evolve, to forgive, and to continue fighting for a better world long after leaving the ring. If you've made it this far and felt each word, don't leave without subscribing. I tell these stories with my heart in my hand to reach people like you, who feel, who get emotional, who truly live. If this touched you, give something back. Comment, subscribe, Join this family with me until the next video.